What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Dante back again with another video. Appreciate each and every one of you. First and foremost, I want to thank y'all for supporting the channel, spreading the message about the videos, and also, showing support and love. That's greatly appreciated. Apologize for the delay in the content that I've been able to put out. I've had some, personal things I had to take care of, some family things. On a positive note, nothing negative or anything like that, but sometimes life be life, and you gotta, you gotta handle that. So, but today I'm going to be discussing the most recent event that occurred. If you haven't heard by now, there was a shooting in a mall in South Carolina, the Columbia Place Mall to be exact, and a few people were injured. Um, I'm going to discuss the state of our culture. Um, I'm going to play the video of the sheriff basically giving us an update on the information that they have currently, and then we're going to pretty much start to get into some accountability that we need to kind of take within our own community. So, first and foremost, we're going to play the video of the sheriff giving us an update on what they have as far as information, as far as suspects, things of that nature. And we're going to break down the entire situation as it occurred. So, let's get into it.
And I will say this, both of these shootings that we're going to discuss, Columbia Mall had nothing to do with it. Town of Blythewood had nothing to do with it. I don't want people to blame what's going on either one of these places. The responsibility goes on the shooters. It's not on the locations. And I think sometimes we want to blame the locations for something happening. And that's not true. And these cases here, this just is where the shootings happen. And you'll just see how those involved just did not care one bit. So the first one happened at Columbia Place Mall Wednesday, a little bit over a week ago, about 3:30, where we get a call of a shooting going on in the mall. This is one of the stores in the mall. It's a typical store. People in there shopping. Stop. I want you to see this lady, this baby in this stroller. She's just a shopper. Has nothing to do with anything except she's in there shopping. And she's caught in the middle of a gunfight. And those who are firing those rounds have absolutely no concern for her safety or that baby's safety whatsoever. I applaud her. You're going to see as this video goes how she protects her child. That is a mother. That's what a parent does. But the action she's taken, but she and that baby, hopefully the baby's not old enough to realize, but they'll be traumatized forever. Continue. There's shooting going on as she's laying there right now. I want everybody to look at that. I want parents in the community to look at that young lady right there and that baby and the danger that they're being subjected to. There's shooting going on. There's a shootout going on right now. And they're absolutely in the middle of it. Play the video.
Could you imagine you get in the car to take your son or your daughter to the mall to get them sneakers they've been bugging you about all week, maybe for a month or so, and you told them, hey, if you get a good grade, you get a good grade on this test, I'll take you. You take them to the mall to get those sneakers. You inside Foot Locker, and a gunfight break out in the middle of Foot Locker. Like you ducking and dodging, bullets flying. You don't know where they coming from. You just hitting the ground. Gotta shield your kid. This is madness, man. This is crazy where we are as a society, man.
These are bad guys. That's Team B. 3 of them in Team B. 1 in Team A. Look at the guns coming out. Look at the shooting they're doing. She's over here laying on the floor as they're shooting. Bullets hitting here, bullets hitting everywhere. Here they'll run out. Stop. Go back. Continue. Just keep continuing. Keep it going. That's all 3 of them have got guns. They've already shot at the individual they were shooting at.
Hey, yo, nah. This is like some old state property belly, like one of them old hood films where the scene look real, but you like, nah, this would never happen in real life. This is happening in real life, like in the middle of the mall, no regard for innocent bystanders, no regard for any babies walking around. They just worrying about gunning down the op. That's all that mattered to them, hitting a target. This is what life has become for y'all, for y'all young boys out here. This is it. This is crazy, man. What does this say about our society that a normal activity such as shopping at the mall can turn into you not making it back home potentially?
So Team A has 1 person, Team B has 3 people. But you have a baby and a lady caught in the middle. And you have another gentleman who's out in the mall who's nothing but a shopper, just there shopping. He's caught in the middle of the gunfire. He gets shot. Here they are coming in the store. There she is coming in the store. Gentleman that shot walking out. Go shooting. Bullets hitting here. Bullets hitting over there. Gentleman shot over here. And here they go running out. All with the guns. These are the 3 we're looking at. May be hard to see. That is a long gun. That's not a pistol. These 2 got pistols. This one has a long gun. Some type of rifle. Now, I know we all go shopping carrying a rifle. But that's what they're carrying. That's what they're. These are the 3 that we're looking at. These 3 are on Team B that we're still looking for. Team A got arrested. He was shot, ended up in the hospital in Orangeburg.
So over 25 shots was fired. 3 suspects are still at large. One of the suspects was shot, who they were shooting at, was 18 years old. Not even old enough to buy liquor. Not even really old enough. Well, in the state of South Carolina, he can actually purchase a gun. Now it might be a rifle or a shotgun, but according to the South Carolina laws, the gun laws, individuals 18 and older can openly or concealed carry firearms without a permit as long as they are legally permitted to possess a firearm. Open carry, concealed carry, and the storage of firearms in vehicles are generally unrestricted, meaning you going to get gas. It's a 7 out of 10 chance them young boys got that thing, that blicky, that stick inside of the vehicle. The age restriction for purchasing a handgun requires someone to be 21 years old. And as I mentioned earlier, rifles and shotguns can be purchased by those 18 and older. So these boys ain't thinking about going to play ball. They ain't thinking about going to the movies. They ain't thinking about no little chicks. All they thinking about is busting that iron. That's all they thinking about. And what's crazy is a lot of these young boys are out here without any parental guidance because let's be real, a lot of the parents that are having these kids are kids themselves. They never matured mentally or emotionally, or probably lacked the parental guidance that they needed at home. So now they're raising these kids or trying to, and the kids are basically running the households. Let's just keep it real. The kids are basically running the households. The parents, they don't respect authority. The parents can't really tell them much of anything. Um, and this really bugs me out because not too long ago we just had an incident. I think it was somewhere in Texas where a young man was gunned down at the car wash with his like 5-year old daughter, something like that. And we continue to perpetuate the violence and celebrate the worst things in our community. And we not calling people out enough on it, in my opinion, in my personal opinion. But let's play the rest of this video to see if we can get some more context and details. I think we probably seen enough, but let's see.
Where he told a lie on how he had a self-inflicted gun wound, which we proved is different because he had the same clothes on at the hospital that he had when the shooting happened. That's what he's charged with at this time. So we're continuing to work this 1 week after the shooting. 1 week. We already made one arrest on this, and we'll continue to make arrests on this.
So there you have it. They've only made one arrest at this current moment. The other three suspects are still out there somewhere. And this particular incident that he's reporting on is the first of two particular incidents in that community or nearby. There was a second shooting that took place at a high school prom after party. Probably was one of those illegal, you know, everyone just come after the prom. Over 60 shots was fired at that particular incident. And it's being reported that one of the individuals there was wearing an ankle monitor and he was out on bond for murder. So I don't know if it's the judicial system. I don't know if it's the type of music these young boys are listening to. I don't know if it's just the lack of resources, but I I, I do believe that because I'm not going to sit here and act like I wasn't young once upon a time and we didn't resolve our issues in a manner that we probably shouldn't have. But there was definitely a lot more fist fights. There was not a sense of urgency to go grab a gun and just gun people down in broad daylight. Like you're seeing a lot more broad daylight shootings, middle of the mall shootings. I mentioned earlier the shooting at the car wash in Texas. Like there's no code. Um, and of course, you know, in our community, we have to uphold uh, the the code, and by the code, you know what I mean. Like there's no snitching. We know who's doing the killing. We know who's doing the shooting. We know who's committing the most heinous acts within our communities. But because we have to uphold the code, no one says anything. We just continue to go on about our business, and our communities continue to be affected, and just everyone just goes on about life like it ain't nothing. Um, until it hits close to home. That's when everyone wants to do these marches. That's when everyone wants to do these gatherings and candlelight vigils and all of these things. Um, when it hits close to home, when you lose a family member or someone close to you is shot. But I think we need to be more proactive in our communities. I think we need to try to, reach out to these young individuals earlier on than beyond a certain point, because once they get to like high school and beyond that, it's kind of like they've already been influenced. They've already kind of made the decision on which direction in life they want to go. Not saying people can't change, because I'm a prime example of people can change, but there has to be like it takes a village. So there has to be multiple people trying to display um, some sort of positive imagery that they can see, like, okay, this person went in this direction, and I actually see the results because of it. Because a lot of times these kids aren't going to listen to you if you haven't came from the sort of struggle that they've come from. So, which I I get, but also you don't have to go through a struggle to be able to show someone that there's another way. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel about it. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Do y'all think that we need to start holding each other more accountable within our community about the things that we choose to celebrate and highlight? Or do you feel like this is something that it don't affect me? It's not happening in my community. It's not happening in my neighborhood. So I don't really care. They choose to kill themselves, and so be it. But let me know how y'all feel in the comments, man. This is crazy, and my heart goes out to anyone that was affected by both shootings. So, but till next time.